With Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce is our reporter. It'll be the Nets off the tip. It's Wiggins on the wing. The three. That one drops, and it comes off an assist from Porter. And a high-tempo game tonight. Both teams like to get out and run, Grant.
Well, hey, when you've got the speed and athleticism, it's the best way to play. You have to challenge the defense to keep up with you.
How about the concentration? I mean, Harden is used to finishing past intense defense. There he goes, doing it again.
Not exactly what Coach wanted coming up the floor, but he'll take it.
To the left wing. Here's Irving.
Hey.
Got a hand on it.
No, that's clean, bro.
Wiggins outside. Right side Curry. Tries again. And he takes it up and lays it in. Curry's got his second basket of the game.
Bro, you first time playing this, bro?
Curry does not just hurt you from deep. He is a clever finisher on the drive. Lethal at penetrating and finishing.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's Thompson. Left side Porter. 6 to shoot. It's Thompson, high post. Hits a three-pointer.
Thompson.
Making the correct read right there. Otto Porter showing you his basketball IQ.
Klay Thompson is an all-time great. One of the best shooters, hands down. Key part of the great dynasties in Golden State.
Here's Thompson. Looney.
Looney.
Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
An outstanding first quarter from the field.
You're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive.
All right, bro, take your time, bro. Just don't take 5 minutes, please.
Scoring here.
And Klay Thompson picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by.
And with length and instincts, Thompson has been an elite defender in the league for years.
Here's Curry. A chance to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Klay can sometimes get overshadowed by his teammates, but Grant, he's definitely one of the stars in this league.
And it seems that Klay doesn't mind that at times he's overlooked. He's all about winning and not worried about press. He's just a great teammate who's easy to play with.
They grab their own miss. Back to Harden. 5 on the clock. From the arc. Porter pulls it in.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Andrew Wiggins.
It's good. Wiggins got 5 points.
I could do that in real life too, bro.
Each guy is willing to make the
I'm
next
just kidding.
pass.
Knifing through the defense like warm butter on a biscuit. Irving knows how to get to the rim.
And your Brooklyn Nets. Give him a hand, fans. Your Brooklyn Nets.
And here in the first, about 3 minutes in.
2 minutes to play. First quarter.
Yeah, I put automatic coaching.
Poole with the ball. It's Iguodala on the wing. Into the lane. Shot clock at 6. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Here's Bielitsa. And the Warriors get it back. Brooklyn trailing. Right side Irving. Good D by Payton.
Boy, that's a look. He has to finish, and he knows it. Blown opportunity.
Fires from the wing. Out of bounds.
It's a great pass.
It'll be Brooklyn's ball.
A sloppy turnover. When you're not locked in, pay the price.
It's stolen by Bielitsa. .116 left to play in the first quarter. And stolen by Irving. Here's Mills. Banked it in off the glass.
You know, Mills is not just a long-range gunner now. He can score on the move, too. Underestimate Mills at your own peril.
Nah, that's not true.
Now here's Poole. Well, he hasn't put up any points yet in this one. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
Outside Harden. Back to Irving. To the middle. It's stolen by Bielitsa. They swipe it.
Oh, what the?
Pass to Irving.
Oh, hell. Oh, my.
Ooh, nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup.
Well, that's exactly how you punish a team in transition. Kyrie getting out in front and going straight on the attack.
Wide open look.
Oh, going open.
The shot by Iguodala, no good. Here's Irving. Crafty move. It's good. Off the assist from Harden. Irving's got 6.
In the NBA, you just can't let guys get to the rim.
Payton's shot is good.
Boy, the unselfishness of Iguodala is really admirable. A forward with excellent vision. He has a feel for when one of his guys is open.
Pass to Claxton.
Warriors foul. One, Scott Henderson. His first foul. Team second.
Oh, it's stolen by Iguodala.
That was clearly a forced pass.
Oh, man.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter.
Brooklyn Nets. Fans, your Brooklyn Nets.
And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
Hey, guys, they're passing the ball very efficiently here in the first half.
Outside Edwards. And Andrew Wiggins gets the whistle that time.
His first foul.
That's his first foul.
First team.
These calls can be so difficult for officials to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think you got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
Harden's shot is good. Harden's gotten his second bucket.
I mean, some good stuff out here. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come off of nice passes.
Well, you look at Harden. He doesn't beat you with great speed or by playing
Bro.
well. He wins with pace, angles, and strength. As unique a scorer as we've seen in probably the last 30, 35 years in the NBA.
And Thompson gets it to go.
I really believe we can go ahead now and lock Klay Thompson in on the short list of the greatest pull-up shooters in the
What?
NBA. And we might be talking the all-time list here.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
And Clark Harden is also an expert at using his body as a shield for the ball.
I think it's really a good lesson out there for young players coming up, B.A. Use what you have. Don't try to be somebody else. Use what you have. Don't make excuses. And then get busy putting the work in.
That one goes in.
Well, I tell you what, Curry is such a tremendous perimeter shooter that I think his ability to set up teammates and his unselfishness are often underrated.
Oh, wasted no time on that one. Edwards got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. On the wing, Thompson. Back to Curry. Takes a 3. Another 3 for Golden State.
Now shooting the 3-ball at almost 60%. They've been blazing this second quarter.
Edwards can't hit. The Warriors leading. On the wing, Curry. Wiggins outside. And the Warriors with another 3.
And this has been the story for them so far. They've been lights out from range, particularly in this quarter.
Irving goes in. And is blocked. And they're able to recover. The ball's not loose.
Yeah, that's one.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Brian, we know that Stephen Curry generally is regarded as the greatest shooter the game has ever known. He said for him, quote, "It starts with a great base and foundation and allows everything to feel perfect. The perfect shot feels effortless to me, serene and quiet. It's only me, the rim, and the basketball." Powerful words from Stephen.
Golden State foul.
It is a thing of beauty, Allie. Excellent.
His first foul.
You know, the number one thing Mills gives
Nah,
you, a
it's cool.
confident knockdown shooter from range.
I'm just trying not to lose $5, bro.
Since he entered the league, but I think he's added some other pieces to his game along the way. He puts it on the floor. He creates for other people. He's a much more
Yeah, bro, that's the whole
well-rounded
pineapple
guard
puncher.
now, and I think that keeps him on the floor and in the league.
Pass to Thompson. Knocks down the triple.
Play. Thompson.
Thompson's got 9 points.
Not too many players have ever had the feel for the three-point shot like Clay. He was born to shoot the deep ball.
2 minutes to play.
Harden.
Second quarter.
Oh, rejected by Wiggins. And as it goes out of bounds, Brooklyn able to keep possession.
Substitution for the Warriors. Andre.
A minute
Iguodala.
58 left in the second quarter. Iguodala with the ball. Irving picks him up. And here's Thompson for three.
Play. Thompson.
Another three for Golden State.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
You know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there.
Brooklyn.
Yeah, it's a good time, bro. I'm just chilling right now. Bro, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I paid the referees, bro. That's why they're not calling the
And
fouls.
the Warriors making a switch here. And we're seeing teams pick up the pace. Something you set the trend for in Phoenix, Grant. Why do you think that's becoming more prevalent?
Great question. I mean, in today's game, we're all about the analytics, and that has shown that you shoot a higher percentage earlier in the shot clock. So it makes sense to push the tempo and see what you can get early.
Pass to Johnson. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game. Here's Golden State. They're on a 12-4 run. Back to Poole. .119 left in the first half. Wing shot on the way. Just 5 on the clock. Payton with it. Now Carter defending. Payton, no good.
Well done on the glass. Gets himself in position where he can use his size.
Carter on the wing. To the paint. Here's Aldridge. And Aldridge with the slam.
Boy, at 6'11", Aldridge makes this look really easy. All he needs is the right positioning, and it's over.
The 6-footer. No good off the glass.
More often than not, he'll cash it in from that area. The defense might have done just enough to bother him.
Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. And now just a 5-point Warrior lead.
Hey, they're just getting pushed
Trying to
around
focus right now.
inside.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Here's Bembry. Pass to Thomas. And some nice defense there to end the quarter. And so it's Klay Thompson making highlights for the Golden State Warriors.
But what you drinking right now, huh?
And if the next couple of quarters
What you
are
drinking
similar
right now?
to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. And here's Carter. Well, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change.
Oh, that's clean.
Over to the left wing. Pass to Wiggins. And he converts the layup.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Here's Thomas, defended by Thompson. In transition, here come the Warriors. Wiggins for three. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Curry. Wiggins got 5 points now in the quarter. Pass to Thomas. Back to Carter. Fires for three. No good that time. So Golden State will take it the other way.
Well, guys, they need to do something to reduce this deficit. We'll see if that's the answer.
On the wing, Porter. The kick out, Curry. 5 to shoot. The rebound by the Nets.
Got the ball where he wanted it, but then got swarmed. And looking at the career of Curry, his legacy is set. The titles, records, numbers all cemented him as a legend.
Wiggins outside. Pass to Porter. Curry with it. Let's go with a three. And count it. Now 5 for 7. At times, some have doubted Curry's legacy. Hard to make a case against him, though, in my opinion.
I agree, B.A. He has produced in every capacity. It's just a matter of how great he is. One of the top 3 point guards of all time.
Outside Curry. Pass to Wiggins. Jacks up a three. Can't get it to go. His second miss in 6 tries. Here's Bembry. Ooh, Thompson with the block. On the wing, Thompson. Now here's Curry. Lets it go from deep. That's basket number 6 in 8 tries.
That's 3 in a row from out there now, so they've got to do a better job contesting.
T-shirt, T-shirt, T-shirt. Come on, everybody.
Bro, you be playing what angle you be playing in? Oh yeah, that's what I do too. Yeah, I play 2K by angle. Hell no, how are you gonna play like that?
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Here's Harden. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Harden's got 9 points.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
On the attack, Curry. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
And defenders really have to respect the shot of Curry. And as a result, he's able to get into the lane with his drives. And once again, Steph gets a trip to the free throw line.
And so Curry nails both of them.
Free throw shooting is about mechanics, confidence, and your mental approach. He's locked in from there most every night.
Ooh, bouncy. That should give him a nice lift.
Good timing. They needed that one.
And you know, that's exactly what happens when you don't settle. That's the result. Tremendous effort and a big-time finish there.
Down low. Porter with the steal. Pass to Toscano. Wiggins with it. Looney with the ball. Irving picks him up. Here's Curry. Now Wiggins. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Curry. 13 points in the game.
They're getting torched on the
Oh,
perimeter.
no.
4 of the last 5 buckets have been
all
threes.
balls.
it's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Nah. Oh, okay, see? Oh.
They recover it. Looney up top. 6 on the shot clock. Can't get the bucket from 20 feet out.
You look at him, and he's a little hit and miss from there, even without a defender in his face. No guarantee.
Pass to Mills. Pure from three-point range.
You know, Mills has been a guy who's been very streaky as a perimeter shooter, but he's been good behind the arc his entire career.
Outside Curry. Wiggins with it. No good with the triple.
And, you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide open look in space there.
Outside for Irving. Back to Harden. Pass to Irving. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. It's Wiggins on the wing. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Left side Irving.
Oh.
To the inside. Oh. Off target at the rim. And so it's the Golden State Warriors ending the quarter up 10. They've been lights out from deep, and it's a big reason why they have a lead in this one. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this.
Come on, fans.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us.
Give it everything we got.
I don't have a 4K TV. I'm playing 1080 right now.
And it's the Warriors.
I was wondering if it looked better in 4K.
13 points was their biggest lead of the game. Back to Iguodala. Out to Thompson. Three-pointer. Hey, now 5 for 8, shooting a pretty good percentage right now.
In today's game, you can never afford to get beat in the three-point battle.
You know, the only way that's going to turn around defensively is by stopping the outside shot, not getting into a shootout. They're not going to out-shoot out this team.
Irving, no good.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets yanked soon. I mean, that's how bad his shot selection has been.
Outside Payton. Pass to Poole. Four on the clock.
I think he's a different team.
Back to Payton. Launches it. The shot won't fall. And Brooklyn going the other way now. Takes a step back. Here's Irving. Hangs and misses.
Oh, a sensational play. Adjusting in midair to elude the defender, just couldn't finish.
Pass to Harden. Back to Irving. Now here's Edwards. Now here's Harden. Defended by Thompson. And then Harden with the jam.
Irving showing you he's a frame ahead of his opponent with that nice imagination on offense.
But what are game starters?
Here's Poole. And too long on the shot.
Tell you what, that is a missed opportunity from mid-range for sure. With as little defense as was shown, should have made that one.
Pass to Looney. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. Back to Poole. Outside Payton. The three from Thompson. Claxton with a rebound. Steps back. Here's Harden. No good there. That would have cut it to single digits. Golden State with the ball. A great fourth quarter. Just giving up 2 points. Pass to Payton. Fires from deep. Rebounded by the Nets. Here's Irving. It's stolen by Looney. Poole with the ball. And it's Mills picking him up. Thompson goes in. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Look at the agility from Klay Thompson. I think that part of his game is underrated.
I thought you were on a different team after, bro.
Nice timing on these jumps.
I thought you on a different team after that.
Small side for a power forward, but he just never gives up.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
I was able to listen in on what Steve Kerr had to say to the team. He likes what he's seeing, but he cautioned his players, we are not far enough ahead to assume anything. Momentum can shift in a heartbeat. We have to be diligent, and we have to be smart.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. Shot is good by Edwards.
You know, as a distributor and dime dropper, Harden has really got a nice eye for how to get teammate shots, and does a really good job setting up a shooter.
Pass to Wiggins. Back to Looney. Outside Curry. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Nails it from beyond the arc. And the Warriors lead by 12.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Yeah, bro, shoot it when you're open.
They saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Porter.
Shooting foul, let's go!
And then Porter with the dunk.
And, you know, even with that slender, slight frame, Porter has the strength to finish through contact.
All right, a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Warriors.
Contested shots and block shots. They're bread and butter defensively. They're giving up no easy looks.
It looks like it'll be a big win for them here. Time to just cruise to the end of the game and chalk up the victory for the Warriors.
Check out their assist numbers.
They didn't get stuck in isolation. They got the ball to the guys who had the best matchups.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Klay Thompson.
Well, I can't recall a play that he wasn't involved in. He was so involved in so many plays tonight. A force on both ends.
And the basket by Looney.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
It's Wiggins on the wing. And it's Harden who pulls down the rebound. And the Nets with possession here. 19-point game. 2-second difference between shot and game clock. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a three-point play.
Andrew Wiggins. That's his second personal. First team foul.
That free throw good from Irving.
You know, what comes to mind first when you think of Irving is his handles. Rush hour tight, but also his dynamic ability as a scorer.
And Peyton, here we go.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
That one's off.
At the line for the Warriors, Gary Payton. 2 shots.
And he sinks the second. There's 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter. With the step back. Here's Irving. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
You know, for Irving, he's made an effort, a conscious effort to get to the line more, and for good reason. I mean, he's a really good foul shooter.
And he drops the first.
With 2 shots.
Both free throws good from Irving.
What you mean last shot wins, bro?
Up top, Curry. Here's Peyton. Misses.
Bro, get out of
So
here,
it's
bro.
the Warriors taking care of business in this one. Boy, a nice win.
Double or
on the road.
nothing?
By the time this one was winding down, this building would.
All right, let's hold on. Hold on. Hey, can you hear me?
Now I'm switching up my energy. My enemies feel like I got hundreds
I'm gonna do a different team. Nah, bro, 10, bro. So if I win, you give me 10. If you win, we don't have to pay me nothing. All right, I'm choosing the Lakers, bro. All right, all right, I'll choose a different team, bro. I'll play you with the worst team. What's the worst team right now? What's the worst team? I'll just be the Hornets, bro. They're not that good.
Also, there wasn't no love in my home, so only get love when it's coming from me. Preach. I sin. I feel like the Bucks. I win. Again and again. Now they telling their friends. I don't know who my friends. They like to pretend. Santa Monica Boulevard, I can't tell if they men.
All right, bet.
And along with Grant Hill and Doris Burke, I'm Brian Anderson, joined by Allie LaForce, our reporter. And so off the tip, it's Charlotte. From behind the arc. Bridges misses.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
And Anthony Edwards, he had his ups and downs as a rookie. The talent is abundant, though.
Yeah, he just needs to learn his spots on the floor. Find where he's most effective attacking. And once he gets all that sorted, he'll be a more consistent player.
Plumlee. And he drops it in from the low post.
He could have looked to score that himself, but in this particular instance, the advantage is playing inside out.
Now here's Rozier. Pass to Bridges. Now here's Hayward. And so it looks like the Hornets will...
Bro, I think you should just leave it in automatic, bro. The coaching.
Retain possession here.
Ball.
Here's Ball. Hayward outside. Second shot opportunity. Oh, it's blocked by Towns.
Carl Anthony Towns twice on the pipe. Send it back, big fella.
Blocked again. They retain possession. Here's Plumlee, plenty of space. No good. Not a friendly rim at all this trip down. Beverly for three. They get the rebound. Towns, that's good.
Anthony.
Two things there, guys, to get to that offensive rebound put back by Carl Anthony Towns. Instincts and positioning, both in play.
And it's ball off the drive.
Out of bounds.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Towns. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Pass to Plumlee. Out to Bridges. It's Bridges on the wing.
This has not been a good period for this guy. Out of sync, not letting the game come to him. He's got to settle down and make shots.
Anthony Towns.
Woo! His energy is unmatched.
The finish and transition, nice and easy.
Bridges, left side. Drives to the hoop. Here's ball. And it's off the back of the rim. No good.
Listen, that's a shot he can make, but obviously the defense okay letting him shoot it.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Timberwolves.
They pounded the ball inside in the first half. Forcing the defense to collapse. That
Score's
could free
looking
up
bad for me
shooters
right
going
now.
forward. And D'Angelo Russell, looking at his career, he's slowly becoming a more efficient player, learning his strengths and his limitations.
Blocking foul called on Jared Vanderbilt. That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
Well, if you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Shot to stop the run.
Minnesota.
And whether it's the defensive effort or just bad offense, they're holding their opponent to a very low field goal percentage.
First team.
Bridges with it. Russell covering. Back to ball. Hayward outside. Clock at 6. Stolen by Russell. Fast break, Minnesota.
Remaining in the first.
Pass to Vanderbilt. Stolen by Bridges.
Bro, what was that?
There's ball with a 3. He can't get that one to fall. And Minnesota will come the other way. And for Russell, he's still a volume scorer. But now I think he's better at picking his spots.
And you can live with his percentages. I mean, he's improved his shot from the outside. It seems like he's always looking to refine his game.
Here's Rozier. Pulls it from 20. Can't get his first shot of the game to fall. Hayward with a steal. Out of bounds. The Timberwolves will take it.
Timberwolves.
So both teams making some changes here.
Timberwolves substitution.
Minnesota in the lead. .116 left in the opening quarter. Pass to McDaniels. Here's Noel. Back to Daniels. 6 on the shot clock. Takes a 13-footer. Noel, no good.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
Jalen Noel. That's his first personal foul. Second team foul.
55 seconds left in the first quarter here. Three-pointer Rozier. Reed with the rebound. Let's see if they want to go 2 for 1 here, Grant.
Hey, looking at the clock, I'd say yes.
Here's Beasley.
Foul.
And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
That's his first
P.J. Washington picks one up.
Second.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
Well, it happened very quickly, but Malik Beasley has shown he can be a deadly scorer in the NBA. The man is a walking bucket.
Now here's Oubre. Pass to Martin. 6 to shoot. Shot to end the cold streak. And the layup is up and in.
Well, what a job. Punching the ball to the interior and finishing in the paint. Nice.
Reed in the post.
Nas.
And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Well orchestrated, and then the pass is right on the money.
There's the 3. Here's Richards. And so it's Minnesota. They have a nice 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. The hustle they've shown on defense has been tremendous.
Bro, Hornets suck, bro.
All right.
I still got it. It's
So
only
far
second
through
quarter.
one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from the Timberwolves?
Give it up for their D. They're battling, communicating, and coming up with key stops.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish.
Sometimes a player is born with a passer's mindset. He deals it with conviction.
With the assist. Timeout call for Minnesota. Bam. Your honeybees.
Minnesota with the ball. To the inside. A slam dunk by Reed.
Well, what he lacks in size for a typical center, he makes up for with all that athleticism. Boy, can he elevate.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Thanks, BA. Last season, the Charlotte Hornets finishing with their best record in the last 5 seasons. With the addition of LaMelo Ball, this team finally has some talent to build around, playing a switching defense and going zone the most in the NBA. Guys?
Oh, fun to watch. Thanks, Allie. Good stuff. Bridges outside. Pass to Oubre. Now Ball. That shot off. Nice D from Reed. Down low. Stolen by Bridges. Now Ball. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game from him. Out to Oubre. And the Hornets, another three. And Grant, your dad played pro football. You think that players who grew up around pro sports have an advantage?
Yes, BA. Obviously, being around a professional athlete, understanding the dedication, the sacrifice, the work that goes into it, really, I think, helped me at an early age as I was developing in a different sport.
Fast break. Here come the Hornets. And the basket by Bridges. All right, let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Hornets.
Their frenetic defense has been
I think your coach wants to talk to you.
putting ball handlers on the defensive and turning them over as well.
All right. Look who's coming to the court. Come on, get loud. On the court, your honeybee. Timberwolves substitution.
Pass to Towns. Blocked. Goes back up. And he lays it up and in. Towns has got 8 points.
And guys, the way this defense is getting manhandled down low, you have to wonder if they're at 100% right now.
Out of bounds as Charlotte keeps possession. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Pass to Oubre. From downtown.
Well, their three-point touch is certainly off the mark today. They're improving little by little, but it's still a key reason why they're behind. When you let a team knock down that many threes, you know you're likely to be on the wrong side of a run.
Russell, that's good.
They're winning the battle down low by imposing their will.
Boy, when you think about D'Angelo Russell, he gets such incredible shot creation. This guy can attack from close or from range. He's got versatility in how he goes about producing points.
Jared Vanderbilt.
And book it for Vanderbilt.
The assist.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. That's why they continue to get attacked.
Outside Oubre. Back to Bridges. A minute 39 left in the first half. Ball with it. Russell covering. He buries it from 3. He's got 5. And with Russell, there is no easy answer for how to defend him, Doris.
Yeah, you forget the size he brings to the guard position. 6'4" and faster than most players. Russell can do a lot of damage no matter who is checking him. Boy, against so little defensive pressure, you have to convert that.
Out to Oubre. There's Ball with a 3. The rebound by the Timberwolves. They've led by as many as 11. Outside Russell. Vanderbilt with a screen. From the high post. It doesn't go for him. Charlotte trailing. And Bridges, here we go. And count that. 2 points.
Let's go.
And a chance for one more in the line.
Well, after a less than
all
stellar
right,
start
bruh.
in the first quarter, you like to see that shot go down.
That one drops. He ties it up. And the Timberwolves with possession here. Pass to Edwards. Towns up top. Give him 8. From the right block. It's deflected. Three-pointer Rozier. Sends it home from three-point land. And the Hornets lead by 3.
I'm
getting all sweaty right now, bro.
Their rhythm now after a tough first quarter.
Oh man, I gotta block those.
Karl Anthony Towns, too big, too strong, too high off his feet.
Pass to Richards. Left side, Oubre. With 1 on the clock. Miles Bridges has been on display for Charlotte. And that quarter was all about him.
It's a tight game we got here.
Second half of basketball is upon us. And
I don't know, bro. I'm just doing good plays, that's all.
Close of a game we've seen so far. And the Timberwolves with possession here. They trail by 1. Pass to Beverly. To the middle. And it's stolen by Plumlee. There's Ball with a 3. Counted from
Wide
distance.
open, bro.
Ball's got 6 points.
LaMelo Ball's one of my best players right now.
4 of the last 5 buckets
Oh,
have been
man.
threes.
D'Angelo Russell is not afraid to make some big-time momentum-swinging shots. Nice to see him answer back right there.
Blocking foul called on Karl Anthony Towns. That's his second personal foul. First
Here's
team
Rozier.
foul.
Pass to Plumlee. It's Hayward on the wing. Yes, sir. And it's Ball with the assist that time. Hayward's got his first 3 points of the game.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
And you think about the draft profile of LaMelo Ball. Grant, the court vision has been as good as advertised.
I mean, he's just a gifted passer who sees over defenders. He enjoys making those flashy plays. He's been everything you want from a playmaker.
D'Angelo Russell.
Hayward outside. Shot clock at 6. Bridges. Oh, it's blocked by Towns. Hayward's shot is off. The Timberwolves trail. And it's Towns with the power finish.
Well, Anthony Edwards plays with joy, and you love to see him get his teammates involved. Pretty pass.
Oh, you see him messed up.
Coming onto the floor for your Hornets.
No, I work 12 to
First
9.
minute and a half of basketball played here in the third quarter. Pass to Rozier. And the layup falls. Rozier's gotten his second bucket of the game.
And what I love about Rozier is his fearlessness as a scorer. Inside, outside, in between, it doesn't matter.
Oh,
Russell, that's good.
D'Angelo.
And both teams playing with a little more urgency in this half.
They are getting after it
Blocking
hard.
foul
It has
called
become a real battle out there.
Anthony Towns. That's his third personal foul. Second team foul.
2 minutes into the second half of play now. Pass to Plumlee. Stolen by Russell.
oh my
This
God.
is what superb defense is all about, guys. He read that all the way.
That one's
Bruh.
good. And it's Towns with the assist.
Russell.
Now it's a 3-point Minnesota lead.
Time and time again, they're creating good looks from close range.
Plumlee with it. Hayward outside. Pass the ball. The three. That shot no good. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. They've led by as many as 11. He's now 8 for 11 after that made shot.
Well, there's a level of assertiveness and aggressiveness that Karl Anthony Towns is bringing to the game right now, sending a very distinct message to the defense. You better sharpen up.
Assertive move. You can tell the game's heating up a bit.
And Russell, here we go. Lays it up and banks it in. Russell's got 10 points here in the second half.
And they've come out of halftime really on a roll.
And Ball gets it to go.
This guy reads situations so well, and he knows how to execute.
To the paint. And it's stolen by Plumlee. Pass to Rozier. Beverly with a steal. And now the T-Wolves on the break. And it's powered home by Towns.
Oh, that's impactful defense right there. Finding a steal and instantly turning it into offense.
There's Ball with a three. Karl Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the board.
Well, when you're careless with the basketball, you can expect that to happen.
1:10 left in the third quarter. Three-pointer. Sinks the tray.
You know, I really like this. Instead of putting his head down, Terry Rozier keeping his eyes up and finding his open teammate.
Pass to Edwards. The putback. It's good on the putback.
And now, almost all their points coming from the paint.
Here's Richards to the left side wing. And again, Charlotte with the triple.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
Now Edwards. Oh, he missed the layup. He had him with the pump fake. And Rozier, here we go. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
This guy's such a fluid, powerful athlete. No doubt, Mr. Rozier.
Towns with the ball. Checked by Washington. And here's Edwards outside. And another three from Minnesota.
3 points.
Here's Rozier. Pass to Oubre. Outside for Rozier. Here's Richards. Oh, got it off in time, but it's no good. And at the close of the third quarter,
it's a tight game we got here, bro.
Both teams putting up points in a hurry. The T-Wolves on top, leading by one. And man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter.
Just a little bit, just a little bit.
Charlotte trailing.
Nah.
Rozier
yeah, McDonald's.
Outside. Here's Oubre. Oh,
What was?
Reed with a block.
Oh my God.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Oubre.
Substitution for the Hornets. Gordon Hayward.
Here's Noel. Inside. Here's Reed. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
Oh, their defense has been outstanding, closing out on shots and blocking quite a few as well.
Here's Hayward. Oh, and Reed with a block. Up top, Beasley. Pass to Reed. A slam dunk by Reed.
How about the big guy attacking the rim? The throwdowns are loud and emphatic.
Bridges outside. The three is up. Prince grabs the miss. Minnesota in the lead. To the inside. McDaniels.
God.
Right through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul, too. And he'll go to the line. It's going to be on Miles Bridges. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone now. Bridges, left side. To the paint. Oh, no good. Unable to end this run.
I'll tell you, this guy is doing absolutely everything he can to get himself going, but the team is struggling because he's struggling.
This game's taken on a whole new look thanks to this run.
This is a dominant stretch.
Oh man, you're getting high up there now. I gotta catch up. We're
We're
about to go overtime, bro. Watch.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
I was able to listen in on what James Borrego was going over with his team. He was trying to ignite some fire, saying, "Where's the fight, you guys? You know we can compete with this team, but we're letting them run all over us. We've got to level up the aggressiveness." Back to you.
And Allie, thank you for that.
He made a three back in the first half, but that's it. We'll see if he can find his
Oh my
stroke.
God.
Their offense is looking
No.
like a well-oiled machine. Getting
Hey.
any look they want.
Well,
Nah.
what great game planning, what great execution. It doesn't get much better than this.
Oh, got that bucket in no time at all. Ball's got 11 points here in the second half.
After hitting only one from downtown the first half, he's exploded with 3 since. Listen, turnovers happen. You've got to move on to the next play.
Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Pass to Hayward. To the wing on the left. Ball outside. Puts up a three. 6 to shoot. That shot missing. Now Minnesota takes it the other way. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game.
When you watch Taurean Prince play, you know it's about team. This guy finds the open man and loves delivering it.
They've shown the power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Dunks it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
The BA, when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice. And he dunks it down.
And they're really rolling right now. That lead keeps getting bigger and bigger.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
Back to Hayward. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. Hey, there's a lot to love about the effort level you get from Gordon Hayward out on the floor, Grant.
Yeah, he wants to be a difference maker and a go-to option. So he's constantly working the floor and looking for chances to help out. Being a little aggressive like that can really elevate your game.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves.
Listen, it's only one miss, but it hurts all the same as they try to cut into this lead.
And it's Towns with the power finish.
They have a relentless mentality, even with the game in total control.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute.
On the wing, Rozier. And once again, off the mark by Charlotte. And here's Minnesota now. They're on a 20-4 run.
And this one hasn't been in doubt for a bit now. They came out on a mission, and you can bag up this win for the Timberwolves.
When you look at their assist totals, you can see why it was easier for them to score. The ball was really popping tonight.
And good things seem to happen when you're patient and willing to make the next pass. Their offense has flowed really well.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Karl Anthony Towns.
His range and timing protecting the rim, he blocked a lot of shots and altered even more.
They get it back. Pass to Plumlee. Deflects the pass.